Good morning, folks. Tim here. We're continuing our Bible study series on the goods under the subheading of business in my Thompson chain reference. This is word number 558. And today we're reading from Luke 15 and 12. And I'll read a couple verses before that. This is again Luke 15:11. So this is the starting of the parable of the prodigal son. There was a man who had two sons. And the younger of them said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the property that is coming to me." And he divided his property between them. And that was kind of the end of that verse. I'm just going to carry on to the end of this little part here. Not many days later, the younger son gathered all he had and took a journey into a far country. And there he squandered his property in reckless living. So I'm just going to stop it there because it's kind of relating to stuff and goods. That was the topic of this study here. Now, there's this transfer of property that occurs, right? And so you're free to do it with your stuff as you wish, but there's still consequences. Paul once said, all things are permissible, yet all things are not beneficial. And I think that kind of applies here if we don't get too far into the parable of what actually is the whole point of this parable is, but we just talk about this property matter. I think that's kind of the whole thing. Like, it's kind of like rude for this kid to go up to his dad and say, "Yeah, give me half your stuff. You ain't kicked the bucket, sir. Give me all your stuff." It doesn't seem very nice. Very selfish, very, demanding, and kind of bold of him to do that, right? And, we as business people, sometimes we have to be bold. And I had this exact conversation with somebody recently. I'm like, we got to be bold sometimes. You can't just, the conversation I was having was about, jumping into a pitch, essentially, in a LinkedIn introduction message. I'm kind of for it because I don't want to have someone pretending to be trying to be my friend when they're just trying to sell me something. Like, just tell me what you want. Like, don't waste my time. Like, this building a conversation and a rapport is kind of, me, it's irrelevant. So in that sense, I kind of get it. Dad, I want my stuff that you're going to give me when you're dead. Just give it to me now. Like, it's pushing it in advance. So I kind of get there's a parallel there. I know I'm kind of rambling on that point, but I kind of understand that, there's kind of a natural order and an expected order, I think. So just keep your stuff in the right order. That's what I know. Have a great day.